They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today. Oh, this is really tired. I mean, this is really tired. This is really quiet. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to yoink up the volume now and then turn it back down when I actually play the game myself. Oops. When we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular markings of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to that. Okay, so this is the same book that was in the mines. Okay, that's great. I think I already knew all that. Yeah, this doesn't include the macaroni or the diamond, which were the main problems. But this is a clean version of the one from the mines. Transportation. Counting the number of dividing lines in a sigil will reveal to us what method of transportation was prevalent in a realm. Were they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse? What does that mean? I guess if I go back, maybe the diagonal 4 is like trains? Oh, here we go. Never mind. It's literally the next page. Naval. So road, streets, carriages is diagonal 4. Horseback. Train system is 3. I might be getting those mixed up. I think the one from Orindo was 4 diagonal. Or was 3. Aviation is up. Camels. Turtleback. Turtleback? Do they have giant turtles or something? Weather, okay. I think I had all of these, but I will go ahead and note that. Yep, I had these already. And the border is the color. I just wanted to say real quick that I just checked my VOD channel, and it looks like this is stuff that was not on stream as far as I can tell. Yeah. I didn't realize how far back these went. Oh boy, we've got a lot to cover. Grand Realm. Transportation, road/carriage, weather is foggy, yeah. Okay. Let me look at the... Like... My pencil just fell. Let me look at the world map that I found. So... The fact that Morajai has a boat might mean something. I do kind of wish I was in the classroom still. So Arinda Ares had train. But it was replaced with Fen Ares. I wonder... It's really hard to tell on this if there is even... I just realized something. This orientation right here does have Arch, Arinda, Araja in the correct orientation. I don't remember if everything else on the left actually matches their positions, but it might. Their positions relative to Carrerica. It's really hard to tell on this if there is even any sort of like vehicle or anything other than the boat. That says 46 though. And Tor, which is not Jor or Lore. Looking at some of these details, there's a path to a flag, several hearts for Corerica. I wonder if there's any other details we can make out from this. I did go to the planetarium and saw all these. The spiral of stars. I wonder if that's... The planetarium had a note that mentioned some constellation stuff, and it mentioned that in 50 there's literally a new constellation. I wonder if it's the spiral of stars. I don't want to count the number of stars on it, though. Yeah, I'm kind of like straining my eyes to get a better view. Right. It's really hard to tell if there's a way to, well, tell. Let's see. I don't think there's much I can figure out. Though, if these are, like, meant to represent the different countries, is it saying that Nuance might have air travel? That might be a bit of a stretch. I have to find this place again. With the magnifying glass. Great. So, found this note. Well, so technically, first I opened up the tunnel some more. By that I mean a lot more. There's a file cabinet key next to a hard hat in there. I even have a screenshot of it. If you let me go back. Right here. So, I was thinking, okay, I know for a fact there's file cabinets in the basement, in this little cubby hole near the, like, sanctum bridge. Oh, hey, it's one of those doors that's also on, like, the tunnel and the aquarium. Interesting. So I found it. I opened this up. Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. By the Third Era, numeric cores had fallen completely out of favor and were no longer being included in proofs by serious arithmeticians. This concept, once considered sacred, was now regarded as an over-engineered concept that only served to slow further advancements in the field, as Philip Wilkins once famously put it. Take any number with 4 or more digits. Without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in a valid mathematical equation that produces the smallest whole number possible. First number should always be assigned teal to begin with a positive number. The result is a number with more than 3 digits. Repeat the above process. The final number you obtain that is less than 4 digits is considered the numeric core of the larger number. So it becomes 8, 6, that. Core equals 18. 3, 6, 1, 4 becomes 3. 6, yeah. Okay. Paint. So, here's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Just draw this out. Increase my brush size a little. Cool. And the nose isn't doing it for me. There we go. So, actually, I had another screenshot. I said I had another screenshot that works with this. How far ago was it? So, the family crest that is within the wine cellar, which is the Epson Sinclair crest, have to be very careful when saying the name Epson. Let's see. Where did I put that? certainly somewhere. I had this open like 2 seconds. There we go. MCCXIII, which, if you are familiar with Roman numerals, is 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3. So we know that's that. We now have multiplication, subtraction. Ugh, I hate the yellow. That's default in Paint. Subtraction and division. Why'd I put that there? It's division. I mean, problem is that 1, 2, 1. Wait, hold on. Is this the Epson Clara or Epson Sinclair? Yeah. Cool. So, or Epson Sinclair Jones, I believe. 213. I mean, I can get 6 with that. 1, or no, it's, ooh. Is that right? I have to divide that into, unless it wants me to just do, ooh, So I guess other ways to write this would be 1,213. That's probably not it. Because then I would have to divide that into 4 numbers. 100, 1, 3. I mean, maybe that's what it wants me to do? I had a Blue Tense note about family cores. Unlocked only by the sum of its digits. What does that mean? I assume that means doing that. Does that mean it's 3? Because it's like 1 times 2 minus 1. Oh, wait, no. It's not that. 1 divided by 2 minus 1 times 3? That doesn't sound right either. Do like 1 divided by 3 times 2, but that doesn't work. Is there something about the rules for this that I'm messing up? Number with 4 or more digits. Changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. 6 times 45 divided by 5. Wait, hold on. Do I have the numerals wrong? No, M is 1,000. So, shoot, well now I have to find the crust again. So it's MCC XIII. It's 1213, yeah. Each has to be a different color. And it has to be the smallest whole number. So, in that case, it could be I'm going to skip ahead a little bit while I try to figure this out because I end up kind of going nowhere with it. I don't even know where the 3614 came from. So yeah, that one ended up being a bit of a wash. All right. Here we go. There's a doorway available. Oh, that's a... Hold on, are these in the right order? 941, 928. No, yeah, they are in the right order. Okay. Huh. That's a coffin, by the way. Pretty sure that's a coffin. Doorway. Why do I have to unlock it? Oh. Well, never mind. I guess I am gonna do that later. Gee, I really hope there are more torches. Whew. Well, BRB once I get to the main room. Okie dokie, I've got a basement key. Oh, okie dokie, I've got a key card key. You're gonna make me get out the power hammer? Really? Really? Do I know that there was a battery pack in the workshop there. I have not seen broken lever. I'm a little concerned about running out of steps because I did have to use weight room to enter the antechamber. Kind of wonder how much of this actually persists. If these doors I'm opening here will stay in the future, or if I'll have to make sure to, unlock everything again later. Okay, let's see. What's my route? Also, I used a lot of stars when I really shouldn't have. I had a dumb idea, and, I just said it's a dumb idea, so... Let that be all that's said on the matter. Where could my kitchen be? I should probably stop the video for now, actually. Thank God they don't make you get all the keys again. Kaboing. You'll never guess what I did with the boiler room in my house today. I was just like, oh, I haven't found the other red box, I'm sure. Here's what I'll do. I'll change it so that it's going to the bridge so I can go to the other door. And when the other room comes up, I'll just deal with that, I'll just deal with that when we get there. Well, here's my surprise when it shows up. And I have to deal with that. Yeah, this route through here is a bit of a mess, but it's not too bad. It's one of those things where it just gotta snake back and forth a lot. Yeah, I had the experiment where you have to, like, hold on, let's see. This is a weird one, isn't it? Or, like, I have to do this. No, I had to do this. Yeah. I had the experiment where whenever you open a security door, gain one random item and lose all your keys. And I had to lose all my keys. Oh, wait, no, this is courtyard. In order to get the battery pack and the broken lever. Luckily, I did manage to get both. See, I have magnifying glass and magnet or metal detector as well, and I am very hesitant to actually craft the laser beam because I am worried that I might need the magnifying glass for something, and I would look like a real fool if I messed up and crafted that early. That being said, I would also look like a fool if they just decide to put dynamite in the next room as far as unique forms of keys go. Well, we'll see. Power this on. Or candles, that... You know, Blueprints really is a source of fantastic dramatic irony between the viewer and the player. Also works as a unique key. Great. I'm just going to keep recording because at this point, well, I'm going to be... Or, not 8 major. Is 8 major? Are these the major keys? Of abstract them to be keys. I don't even think I have any levers pulled right now. Can perform a special move with another piece. So, yeah, remember when I was talking about how castling requires a king and a rook? Fucking bitch. Alright, what other key? I'm totally expecting there to be a secret garden door at the other end of this that just requires the secret garden key. Like, there's no... Like, how many different doors are there in this goddamn gang? I mean, with candles, I kind of doubt they would require dynamite as well. Secret garden. I guess there could just be a number lock. Oh, God. If I have to enter that family court... Let's see. Oh, yeah, that does reseal the door to the summit, which I haven't been in since I did that on stream. Just thinking, like, okay, basement key, key card, hammer, candle, 3 microchips. Microchip, that's when I need to get new computer parts. I mean, they could totally do just garden key. I hate the sound right there. I thought it was because I was stepping on the clipboard, but maybe not. Okay, what could be behind this grotto door? Fuck you mean the door is blue? Okay, so like, what? What is that? I'm still leaning towards that might be the crown? Because I'm really not sure what else it could be. Into the basement, I guess. I have to go ahead and... Well, I'll cut the video there until I figure something out. I think this one, I was playing without my microphone on and without OBS open, not expecting this to happen. But essentially what it is you do the chessboard puzzle, and then starting on the king, you switch to the rook, and they swap places a la chess. I think I explained it in this one. Yeah, so I was using the king for a while. I think I was doing that on stream. And I saw that there's something about the rook and castling being a move that uses the rook. And so I was doing a few runs, and I eventually got one where I could switch chess pieces. And when I chose the rook, that happened. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought I would have to go through more steps than this. Oh, wow. Also, the game is being very choppy. It's been like that. It might be a memory leak. I don't know. That's a guy. Oh, there's boxes. Oh. Let's see. That should work. In Ares Court, where the king now lays. Oh, there's a lot going on. Okay. Oh. I see. There we go. On the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase. The sacred hour is 1:30. Okay. Use this to get these down. Squeeze that there. Then it looks like I'm mainly using my various tools here to shuffle those in a staggered position. Will a youth approach with empty arms? Whoops. Oh, wait. I don't want to do that. Shoot. Because I need 2 there. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is going to be a little harder than I initially anticipated. Isn't it? Now it doesn't have anything to go off of. None of those do. But I need this one to be able to get that there. Oh no. I can't let the yellow, or hold on. I feel like I can do that. Okay. Okay. Then once I get this there. There we go. Whoa. That one was a little harder than the others. Gifts nor gold nor mannered charms. Oh boy. Do that to start off. that's not that bad. In sky above, a brilliant sign. Do I need to get... Oh no, that works, okay. So then I can do something similar, right? Yeah. Sullen Cross is 5 stars align. Is the cross the 5-star constellation? Because I think it is. Okay. Oh. Oh. I didn't think about that. Can use that to get that up there. And then I can make that black and that black. And then that to squish that there. Nice. Figure a reckoning grate. Oh. Okay, that goes up. Something like that, so I can then get that there. I might have just messed it up. Well, no, I can still do that. Because I need to leave one up there so I can rotate that back. And then I need to... that. Get that there. Do that. Very good. King of 8. Oh no. There's so much going on then. So. In Ares' court, where the king now lays, on the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase, will the youth approach with empty arms, without gifts nor gold nor mannered charms? And in sky above, a brilliant sign, a sullen cross as 5 stars align, a patient figure, a reckoning great, the black key is lying with the last king of 8. What could that possibly mean? What could any of this mean? A whole new riddle. Ah. The only thing I can think of is that I'm supposed to have no gold and maybe no gems as well. Which is going to be very hard given my allowance. I need to use like the money laundering, I think, to like move some stuff around. Maybe? There's gotta be a better way. I guess I could gamble it all? But then also it sounds like I might need a 5-star constellation? Well, let's see. I I noticed that sacred is a 6-letter word. Maybe that can fit into castle. But then I don't know if there is another 6-letter word that really works. Charms? No. It's probably not anything to do with anything. And then the sacred hour part as well. So much to consider, so much to think about. It's too much for my brain to handle right now. Whoops. Well, that was a very interesting thing. I believe that means that's Ritual of Castling. And I suppose that means I can also reverse deduct some of the trove notes. Alright. Alright. So, I have Monk, and it doesn't show what's in the outer room, but the outer room is currently the outer tomb. I have no items, no keys, and I will not be picking up my allowance, no matter how much you bother to convince me. Reminder that the goal for today is to A, spend all my gems, B, get observatory, very good. I currently have 59 stars. Oh wait, that might be bad. I might have messed up. Nope, okay, this is correct. Cool. So I believe you get a star when you draft the room then. Oh, I got another gem. Let's see. I believe drafting aquarium is okay. It gives me a star. I'm not sure if that matters or if seeing the constellation counts. I guess I can always use Inkwell to go back down to 59 if it's that important. Let's do that now. Now the main goal is to get rid of my last gem. And then to go down to that crypt and wait for the, what is it, the sacred hour? The sacred hour is soon at hand, and it will make Simon shiver. Remember, you are in the thriller. I even had a mailroom package that I cannot pick up. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull out the tube, just in case that matters. Still have the monk active. Or not the tomb, the treasure trove. That's Root Cellar, no! Shit, game set, no, oops. Yeah, well, guess I gotta run that again. Okay. Okay, well, I remembered that technically I don't think the tomb is part, or the treasure trove. I don't think the treasure trove is part of the riddle itself. So I think what I'm going to do is come back here to this place and wait for the sacred hour, to see if I have correctly solved the riddle or not. Of course, I can also redo these, but I think they might be... Oh, well, my mic was off in the last video. I stood there for like 15 minutes and nothing happened, and while I don't know for sure if it's the Sacred Hour... Oh, it doesn't look like it is. Does that clock move? And say that I might have something wrong or incomplete, that I probably have something wrong or incomplete. Does time stop when you're outside of... Oh, it's moving at such a... I don't have enough... That the remaining blue tents notes does something extremely slowly. Come. The Sacred Hour is soon at hand, and it shall make your body shiver. My dog is laying on my bed, 'cause it is almost time for dinner. Aw, she's acting cute. Got an incremental game open on my phone. That's what I was doing to pass the time. Waiting for the Sacred Hour to be soon at hand. Now, if this doesn't work, then I'll think about something else. Like the castle cipher. However, if this does work... oh my god! What? What do you mean? Oh no. Huh. Why are there directions involved here? Wait a minute. Hold on. What does this mean? Oh. If I just hold E, does that like constantly press the button? There's like no real feedback for, you know, pressing the button. Okay. Let's just think about this. Patient figure, a reckoning great. He is lying with the last king of eight. I don't want to leave because I'm more worried about the time involved with this, but... a lot of in eclipses in the game. I'm gonna skip ahead a bit through some of the just trying out random things because that's not how you're supposed to do it. Uh, but the this is simultaneously the best puzzle and the worst puzzle. It's the best, worst, best puzzle in the game. Or um, there is this 17462835, which I still haven't figured out. That's the north key. It didn't really help me with the... I just had a realization that that kind of looks like a turtle shell, and the lines kind of almost look like the rays of a turtle. I don't know if that necessarily means anything. I have other pictures of this. Not sure if that has any sort of relation to the clock. Do I have a picture of the South Key? The one that nobody could reach? Maybe not. Honestly, I haven't found much of a use for Guide to Reddington, except maybe a way to map the subway map onto things. Thing here. I doubt any of the timers on this would help. Don't know if any of that would help. Oh, hey, there's the shrine blessings. Getting the thing from the clock tower, I mean. And it's at the very end of the exam. I think the answer leads to 46. It's like 8 square diamond. Anyways. Brilliant sign. Black key is lying with the last king of 8. This almost looks like the house on the sides, but like an intersection. 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. C-A-S-T-L-E. Fuck. Maybe that's nothing. Narrator. It was something. But maybe. Maybe it matters. Maybe it's Maybelline. Okay, so there was a note that said that the numerals on the family coat of arms, it's like the first number is one numeral, every other number is two. If you remember, it was MCCXIII. I believe that means it's actually 1,211 and 1, which means we now have our family core puzzle, and I believe the best way to do that, it is 1,000 divided by 200, which is 5. Just write a number there. Times 11, which is 55. Or sorry, it's not 2 or 1, it's 2. Because there's 2 I's. It's a safe group. But then subtract 2, we get 53. Now, the note in the vault said that the family core can only be unlocked by the sum of its digits. So 5 plus 3, it's fucking 8. It's 8. It's always 8. Everything is 8. It's 8. It's 8. So I wonder if I need the gallery or the room 8 key for that, wherever the family core is. There we go. Had to adjust the microphone. So I was in the music room, and I was thinking back about this. I noticed that the chairs are in a 6x3 pattern, which means we could look at it either from this angle or this angle and see a pattern, as I was saying. But it could possibly map to the castle cipher. Unfortunately, the fact that I don't know how to view it probably means it doesn't. There's no sort of anchor point per se. Additionally, there are 2 chairs missing that could be letters you have to skip. If we looked at it from this point, it would be the I in 6, assuming 6 or 0 is part of the puzzle. And hold on, did I skip one of these? So the Mechanary, and then a 3-letter maybe show this. Hold on a second. Sorry, I did skip this. This is a really important one. Hold on. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll just make a new tab on my You saw nothing. Hold on a sec. Here. So, actually, while I'm here, I should also show this. So this was cat. I forgot that I wasn't showing this my monitor. So cat, and then 6 or 0. So what I was thinking, let's make a new tab. Oh shit, this is what I was reading Usogui. Holy shit. Expand the size here. So CASTLE 6 or 0. And then I'm also thinking CA, and then the cat was about this shape. So then T. And then I see the IOO, and I think about the 100 in the grotto. I think there's an I there. So this is what I got so far. I'm not entirely sure about everything. I was thinking that there'd be like a vertical line that would spell other words along with castle. Why does that have an I? Oh, I guess it was lowercase. But Tor, I know, is a word in... Wait, hold on. I saw Tor when I was looking at my screenshots earlier. Oh god, where is it? Here. Tor. It's either 8 or 46. Oh. What is happening? What is happening? But, that being said, I'm still not sure if there's any other, like, notes or texts or pictures that would have more letters to hint towards me. And even if I'm right with sort of the construction of this, I think that looks correct. Even if I'm right, I'm not really sure what else to do with it beyond, I believe this has something to do with the puzzle in the tomb there. The last king of 8. Yeah, I get Tor mixed up with Lore and Jor. So much going on. Delete it? I don't think that is anything. I do wonder if the remaining monitors in the security room have anything important. I don't think this helps much. This doesn't seem to have any strange locations or anything. I don't think there were any other worksheets that had anything strange. Full. So I made a realization just now while looking at the, well, it wasn't really related to the screenshots, but I made the realization that the diamond operation in, like, Arajan mathematics is an inversion, and the green Morajai symbol flips, and I'm pretty sure the green was the diamond. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the diamond was the green, like, realm. So that's fucked up. But anyways, yeah. I have a key card. And then that would be the X and 6. Which might actually make more sense. But then you could also look at it like this as 2 sets of 3x3. And then there's also the different colored chairs. I don't know if those have any significance, so this whole digression is probably not that important. Alright, I did have a key card. That being said, you know what? I'll just go do it now. Let me go increase the volume a bit for this. I'll just do it now while I'm thinking about it. So, thankfully, I don't have to go through that whole strenuous process of getting the thing in the middle of the tomb to rise up. I still have the number to put in. Now, it has the 3x6 boxes, or the 3x6 grid on either side. And while I think the 6 or 0 and the 100 note in the cat picture are all integral to that, I'm not sure what the extraction would be, because so far it feels like I'm just getting a lot of gibberish. There's a few other things that have sort of caught my attention, like the window in the solarium that looked like a T. On one of the world maps in the classroom, it had Tor, along with a few other numbers on different islands. and the tour was next to 46, but there was also some bits of like rotation. I don't know. So one thing I wanted to try is, I guess, 853 to represent the combination or the sum of the family core's digits, and then the family core itself, which was 53. Nah, it didn't work. The other one was 653, just in case 6 went way too far. Just in case 6 on the 6 or 0 note was right. Okay. Then there's 608. And then 806. A lot of blind stabs in the dark, yeah. That almost makes it look like rooms in the mansion. But there's a few issues with that. The main one being the mansion is bigger than 3x6 in both dimensions. Not to mention that there's only 2 rooms that start with E. One of them is the East Wing Hall, which cannot go on the left side. And the other one is the entrance hall, which I guess could be, but then to like build off of that, I don't know. So the fact that I haven't found any sort of extraction method, and every sort of there's still holes in it, granted, holes in the cipher, where even if 6 or 0, 1, 100, and cat are all in the correct spots, I still have a bunch of gaps that don't have letters, and I'm not sure I can even make words out of them, like C-I at the top. Go shrine. But then also, on top of all of this, there's a little bitty problem, which is that all of these things might not be part of the castle cipher. I think they are, just because 6 is a 3-letter word and the O seemed to fit as well, though the OR was written smaller than the O and the 6, so it could be that the O isn't, or the OR isn't right, and it's 6, and then T blank blank, and then L-O blank. All of this is just to say, if I found a new clue, I would know what to do. So that's the status of all this. I got the 8 key, and I opened vault number 53. I'm so smart. Oh my god. I clicked on it, and it was like, oh, use key? And I was trying to click off so I could record, and instead this happened. My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died, for among his journals I found a curious square, a grid of words written in a hand I immediately recognized, my mother's. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing traces of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and brother had always shared. I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon to whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. With all respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his notes that he was not very suited to this challenge. Occasionally, he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. Where I will give him credit, however, is the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence. The search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written to a local professor, requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. As for me, I'm ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I am no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession. With each passing year, I fear my chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion to this adventure grow ever slimmer. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, a poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of life's questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. So I will lay down this burden and leave this stone, in the winding path of intrigue it proceeds, for future generations to explore. Pig, sand, male, date, head, clam, peak, heat, Joya. Well, toad. Card will tape, legs. Tree road made slab rock, hand vase save clay toes. What does that mean? The toad card will tape the toad card will tape legs. Any strange watermarks? Looks like a jigsaw puzzle piece there, but I don't think that actually makes sense or matters. Let's see. A-A-E-L. Path out of these? Make toad and toes? Toes. Legs and toes are both there. And hand. And sand. Male and maid. Really bothers me. Not manage. Additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. Oh, but you know what? I might need to go to the tomb. Let me double check. No idea when. There might be more things that I'm not aware about. Let's see. Here. Oh, that's 4x4. That's not 5x5. Damn it. I thought for sure the grids would match up. I also realized that that is an S, and the note that said something about raising a something is SD, presumably meaning satellite dish. Still not sure about that, but I think... I still don't remember... I don't think I've moved the secret garden back to the moon in a while. Where is it? Really would help. Six spaces. I. Triangle. Eh? Eh? Oh my god. So I was trying to remember what this was. So I drafted the cloister and found it, and then I noticed these things that I thought were just like dots. But then looking closer, they're letters. They're letters. Looking at a cloister, they're letters. Which means the top row is CIX and the bottom row is ETT. Which doesn't actually help much. I still don't know what to deal with that, if the passport meant anything or not. Hmm. CIX. Like 109? Is it like... Here, let me, never show... There we go. Could it be like 109 and 6? Something... Something something? Though at... Oh, wasn't at, like, east? Hold on. Surely... Classroom whiteboard. Directions. Because I know somewhere... This is south. Then that would mean that that could relate to how the numbers on the clock also can indicate directions. Wait, it wouldn't be in the gardener's logbook, would it? Just found it. It was on the test. It is east, rather. So that means we have... Are we 109 something 6? It could be Tor, which was connected with, I believe, 46, but also with, I think, 7? Might have been 8. I have to go back to the picture. 6. 8. Tor 46. And then I don't know what the LO something means. Unless it's L, the Roman numeral, which I think was 50 numeral. So it could be like 109, 646, something north? So I was looking at this again, and I realized this is probably a D. Like, right? Like we can agree on that? This is a D. Which means... don't show bookmarks. I didn't know if the or is the right or not, so I made 2 separate columns here. But it probably means 109, and then I think this is add 6. If this is Tor, then it's probably 46 because of the thing on the world map. No. Uh-oh. Undo? Nope. What am I clicking on? Ah! You know what? Let's just write the word add there. And then I know et is east. I don't know what this row is. And if this is 46 and it's 109 add 6, 46, that could be like 755? But then I don't know where this comes into play. So close. Or possible column. Or there's like one letter that I need to figure out. I have a few ideas, but nothing. But that's where I am at. Okay. So I'm going to try 755. Nope, okay. There's also just 115. I guess I also don't know if I need to have open arms or anything to do this. I wanted to try 255. Okay, nope. 109 add 6. I guess it could be 709. Or 209. So then, where does east come into play? If it's 109 add 6, 46. Could be 755 after 5, which could be 1255? No. Add 6. Is it like 615? Nope. Just check, it wasn't 755. Or 717. Unless it's just 109 and then like another number, it's sequential. I don't know. Damn. I didn't try this earlier. Okay, that didn't work. Let me go back to this. 109. That's 6. Then... What about... if I add another 46, what, 201? Did I try 506? Or 515? Granted, again, I'm not with open arms. Any more clues as far as the cipher goes? On in a while. Oh shit, wait, that gave me the die. That might impede this. Not as in rotate. The thing that I'm the least sure about. Because looking on the, like, world map, it's Tor, but it's also contrasted with Rot, as in rotate. Unless Rot means to go... Unless Rod is clockwise and Tor is counterclockwise, because it's could be an Arajan thing where, like, words go backwards. They mirror words for the suffixes or whatever to indicate the opposite. So what, do I actually subtract? I tried that. Exit and re-enter. Okay. First, let me just try 115. And then 120... Whoop. 3. Okay, that didn't work. So... what if it's 103? No? Ooh, 9, add 6. Be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. Be 709? I had to have tried that before. I mean, I'm pretty sure about the translation. I guess it's just the instructions that I'm unsure about. Let's see. I guess the CIX might not be 109. It could be 109, which would make it 615? And I think I tried 130 and then, like, I had 6 that way or that way or... I added 109, it then become 239. Then add 6 to be 245. As in rotate. Just adding 6. Is it the word east or the number east that I have to add or go to as well? Because the minute hand does stop pretty cleanly on the word east. See? Does it do that for all the cardinal directions? Not really, no. So it's probably the numeral. This is fucking with me in a way that will become apparent in due time. Just 25. Hmm. 9, add 6. Is it like... I wonder if this is like a old locker lock. So add 6. Then rotate to the east. Is it like 109, add 6, add 5? Add 6, so 120? Without accidentally getting a dot. Tried to figure this out. I could have drafted the comment. 109, add 6. Tore the word east. I guess I could try to input it, and then if the button doesn't, I don't know. Okay. No? about that. There's not any like musical or sound cues I'm missing, are there? Nope. Add 6 toward the word east. 15. So 149. 03 or unless it was 109 add 6. And then subtract 46? Figured it out. Okay. Okay. Oh no, I might be too quiet. Forgive me if I'm a little more quiet in this one than normal because my neighbor is mowing his lawn. Oh yeah, lawnmower sound. I picked the wrong time to have the stars align, which is to say I have the cross in the sky. So I guess the other thing is, if this starts at the golden or the sacred hour, sorry. Now, I mean, Tor, I guess, could be a number of things. Toward the end. CIX add 6 Tor lore at toilet. Plus 109 would be 109, which would be 30. And then minus 6. I mean, the most I can figure is either it needs to be the sacred hour, or I need to have the monk active, or Lorette. Unless it is like 9. Thing that makes sense. Like add 6, perfect sense. And then lore, I mean it's an Arajan word, so like there's that, but at the very least, like low, lob, lot, log, locks, lov, loa, loy. Yeah, none of those are words. Well, I mean, a lot of those were words, but they wouldn't indicate anything. Add logarithm 6. 6 put into a logarithmic function. 109, press it, and then I have to rotate all the way backwards until I reach 115. Careful now. No? Damn. Okay. Blessing of the Monk. Same as last time, I have the cross in the sky, and I even had the observatory just so I could specifically force that to happen. So now, rotate toward the east. 103 and then rotate toward the east. 30. I went way too far. The fact that there's no like audio feedback or visual feedback, not the sacred hour right now, there I can make my descent once again to try to figure this goddamn puzzle out. The fact that nothing seems to be working, either there's something about the information I don't understand, or I have to do the steps again, and either one can equally be true. Okay, it's basically the sacred hour. So please let this work. Oh, I can turn my microphone back up a bit now. Please? Okay, so let's go with the 109. Let's... And then... This? No? I really don't want to look up the answer, because I feel like I should be able to get it, but I think this is just going to have to be something I get back to. I'm pretty sure I've fulfilled every other part of the riddle. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, hold on. Back, which is to say I looked on the Blueprints wiki, but also I feel like I did everything right, and it's actually still not working, which is what is bothering me. 109. Add 6. Then rotate to that, right? All of this is stuff that I tried. There it is. Yeah, so I had most of the cipher filled out. CIX, add 6, Torlor et. The only ones I didn't have were the last D in add, and I think the last R in lore, but that made the most sense. The issue, I think, for me was that because the minute hand didn't evenly sit on all of the cardinal directions, the words of them, I thought that those were labels for the numbers rather than being an actual part of the puzzle. Because it turns out the full translation would be start at 109, add 6 to go to 115, and then rotate counterclockwise to the word east. I had all of that understood, except I think lore et. But again, I thought that... See, I also rationalized it as it's referring to where the label of the word is instead of directly east, which would be 3 o'clock on a clock. This is what I mean by the best, worst, best puzzle, because, like, I think it's really cool in a lot of ways, and I respect a lot of the setup. I think finding out that these pictures and documents that perplexed me were all part of a, like, overlapping puzzle was kind of cool. And it makes sense now, like, the extraction method. And I also tried it multiple times, and, like, every single step of it I had in my brain at some point. I said, like, could it be going to the word east instead of the number? But then when it didn't sit on all the words, I assumed that wasn't part of the solution. I also mentioned, oh, it could be like a locker combination. And that's sort of the way it works since you go clockwise and then counterclockwise. I got Tor right eventually in that it's counterclockwise. It's instead of a rot, which is a rotation, it's a tor, a tortation, a torque, a torsion. Yeah, I don't know. I have conflicting feelings because this is like really the only thing I've had to look up the actual solution for. That being said, I mean, I had most of the steps. The other thing though is that I kept thinking I had to fulfill all the other conditions of like the sacred hour, the no gems or gifts or mannered charms, the Southern Cross. And I think the patient figure I thought meant you had to have the monk, but I'm not sure if that was actually a thing. But so I thought I couldn't tell if you still had those. And I think at that point I was kind of pressured because I think it was like my last time on the monk, or something about the stars was weird. I don't remember exactly, but there's a lot of things in this game where it's unclear exactly how many steps you have to go through and what all is saved. And so I think there's a sense of urgency that happens when you get through all of the steps for like part one of a puzzle. In these sequential puzzles where it's like, okay, you did part one and that took a lot of setup. Now you have to do part two. There's a later one that we'll get to in a bit as the videos progress that you might see. That was kind of unsatisfying, admittedly. I can't really it's one of those things where maybe if I had stuck around with it, maybe I would have been able to eventually get it, but I don't know. I kind of steered myself off. I think if the minute hand actually did rest evenly on all four words, I would have been more willing to entertain that. There's the Key of Ares, which means I have to put that in the treasure trove, which I don't have access to. So my options are to try to do this a different day and hope that I don't need all the things for it, or to code check it. But no, like that. Also, I'm gonna grab a soda really quick, but I'll let the rest of this video play out. Maybe it just feels unsatisfying because I had to double check that I understood it, because I've definitely said, like, oh, treat it like a locker, lock, you know, a combination lock where you rotate it different directions. The fact that the minute hand didn't line up with all the words evenly felt like that part didn't matter, but apparently it did. I feel like I even tried the 109, 115, 1225 and it didn't work, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Again, I feel kind of bad for looking it up, but like, this is something where I think if somebody was in the chat, they might have said like, oh, this is actually how you do it. So I don't know. Actually, perfect timing that I got back. Yeah, maybe I kind of, I don't know, spoiled a bit of the solution. I had the 109 add 6 rotate counterclockwise to the east, to the word east. I guess it's also just that I thought that the east was a label on the number and not its own separate, like... Shit, I didn't realize I explained it in another part of this. Division of the clock. And I probably should have double checked. Okay, yeah. I ended the last day in the treasure trove, so here's hoping that I don't have to go through that whole process again. Granted, I mean, as long as the clock works without me having to go through all those other steps, that's fine. I did solve the riddle of Ares Court, where the king now lays, all by myself. Okay, so it was 109, 115, 1226. There we go. Whew. Yeah. Key of Ares. Because, yeah, I think, granted, like, I guess I was still on the fence of whether I had to go in order or just start 115 and then rotate. I think, so some of the save combinations I wasn't a fan of, but knowing now that there were hints against using the date and time for that, or not the date and time, knowing that there were hints against using dates unrelated to what was in the room, that certainly helped. As far as, like, helped make me feel less like it was an issue with the game and just a matter of, like, I don't know, myself. Also, like, there were other hints towards that in the game. I think just, like, knowing the translation but not being able to put those to the steps the game required for that was a little disconcerting. Or a little annoying, maybe. What? Today we're matching it. Lost at the end of the day? Oh. Oh. Well. Oh. I kind of wonder if I'm supposed to set that to blue and then get the blue crown and then all that. But part of me is also thinking I need to get the scepter there and then get the crown, maybe, but at least get the scepter and then sit on the chair? Or just, like, go to the throne room? I'm thinking the throne room might have something to do with this, and I'm not looking anything else up now. I only did that because I was close. Spoiler alert, I did look something else up. We'll get to it. Crown acquired, scepter acquired. Damn it. Zilch. El Zilcho. Was it too late to change my superhero name? Alright, Mini Scepter Adventure. Which is to say, going a few places with the scepter. This is the next day, because that whole idea didn't work. Nothing here. I could try bringing it back down to the court and seeing if that does anything. And then there's also the matter of the mysterious door in the tunnel. While I think it would make sense for the Arindian scepter to be the color of Arindia, yeah. Is it supposed to be the Arindan scepter, as in the scepter that the goddess Arinda carries? Instead of Arindia Ares? But I guess I could try re-obtaining it. Okay, that did nothing. under the shrine. The tunnel didn't work, but I might as well. What else was it? Mechanarium, I'm kind of interested in seeing what happens since it can't have any extra doors. It might just be that it's guaranteed to give me the, you know, corner doors then. So let me see. Does this do anything if I come up here? This relief, which looks like that Russian stop-motion that Russian stop-motion animated movie, The Coat or The Overcoat or something. Anyways, I just wondered if that relief would move. It just looks like it's door shaped, drift away, or what have you. With the crown and the scepter, I wonder if I also need the shield from the armory. At the chess piece puzzle, so I'm just gonna like run to the corner and hope that I can re-roll using the rook into the treasure trove. Into the treasure trove. Into the treasure trove. Into the treasure trove. None of them are hard to get though. There's always at least one dog that doesn't want you, and that's just sad. Alright, I'll call it a day there, and then I'll have to regain the scepter. So, fun fact, this thing was just sitting on the little altar here. I thought I would have to go all the way back to the monk and then do that, and then put the trove in the monk, and then put the monk in the monk. I want to make this blue. I have an idea. Also, it's November now. I have taken my break, and I am back to the prince. Okay. Excuse the frame rates, they're a little choppy right now. But I now have crown and scepter. Now, my last question is whether or not I need the shield, because the goddess Arindia has a shield, and I'm a little concerned about that. Let's see, where did I put that? It's down there. So, I mean, technically this works, I guess. I'll just go with this and take my conference room and then hope I can turn here. Go ahead and do that. This is good, mainly because it has a dirt pile and I have dogs. So just need to go straight. By the way, it is funny that the blue crown removes red rooms, just as Simon, the blue prince, is to take his rightful place, which is to remove the red government, and also, give me one sec. I have and there's not much in the way of graphics options. Damn. Maybe there's a way to, like, ascend the throne? Reclaim the crown, yeah. This could reply to. I need to get to the dining room so I can... But there's a few... Back in the throne room, this time with the red crown, the paper crown, which looks like this one, which is why I'm hoping that there's something going on with this. No, there isn't. I swear, is Reclaim the Throne just nothing? Also, this didn't open the door in the basement, which was very sad. Or not the door, the tunnel. The door in the tunnel. It did not open the door in the tunnel. I don't know how to open that yet. I'm still on Rook. maybe I should be the king? About the image of the outer room in her ladyship's diary, and I was trying to think of rooms that might be able to get me like past the outer room, and I tried tunnel before and that didn't work, but I have secret passage, so I want to try that. I guess this counts as being in the secret passage. Seems like the game's running smoother now somehow. Maybe there's some texture loading nonsense going on. Either way, it means I don't have the scepter anymore, but I know that you can get it in the regular treasure trove without having to put it into the outer room, so that's fine. Use the secret passage. Please roll the die, or use the die. So now, what happens if I were to, like, I don't know, put a hallway there? Put a bandage on it. Damn it! That didn't work. There was also this white book that I feel like isn't normally there, but didn't do anything. How many more days do I have the monk? 2? Room back there. This still might not be the correct... Alright. So, orange didn't work. Let's try purple. Wish it did, because I'm gonna go and try it again. Like, without any... the need to do that. The secret passage one more time, please? Kind of surprised that... I wish I knew why. I feel like this book wasn't there before, but let's try yellow. Maybe there's a hidden shop. Nope. Alright. So, I'm not going to do all of this now, but I need to explain that I was looking at my list of remaining mysteries, and I went back to this cipher that was in the vault, the, like, family core vault, and I feel like I'm at the point where I am okay with looking up hints for things, because I honestly don't think there's some things I could have thought of. I looked up, like, the first step of this, or the first and second step, I guess, and I'm gonna do the rest myself, but safe to say that, yeah, at this point, I don't care too much about spoiling some things. I am trying to sort of do it hint by hint and then keep going on my own, I guess. So in this case, I learned that you are supposed to do an alphanumeric substitution for the entire goddamn thing, and then treat each of them like a family core. Which makes sense. I think I didn't think about alphanumerics. I thought there would be like a path or some other thing, but I guess the fact that each letter or each word is 4 letters and the family cores are 4 digits might have been I don't know. I'll get that transcribed a bit later. You'll never guess how long a bit later was. But first, I forgot, you want to watch Yamato from Deadlock Jorkin it? God, that's so good. Alright. Well, I'm back on that blueprints. It is currently March 10th, 2026, and I've used 84% of my cloud storage. I finally did this. So yeah, the thing that I was told or learned was that the cipher you get in the family core is itself another numerical core puzzle where each word is alphanumerically substituted into a number, as alphanumerically means. You do the family core, and then the result is another number, or you do the numeric core puzzle. I skipped a few just realizing that I don't need to do every letter to fill in every word. I'm pretty sure water is right. I have W blank TE blank. I mean, it could be... No, yeah, I think water is the only word that you can get in those situations, but... And then blank. It could be blink books, but I've got still water, tints, blank books. Don't know what still water means. Could be, I mean, it's not running water. But as far as water tinting books, the places with books are library and bookstore and secret passage. And I know that the bookstore can be accessed easier if you use a... What is it? A hall pass? In a classroom? But I guess that's my next guide, or my next lead, is to go to those places and figure out what it means with still water. I was reading the Curse of Blackbridge, and I noticed two things. One, he mentions that the red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. And, well, I guess three things I noticed. One of them was that he compares the holly bush, or the berry bush berries to stars, which is kind of interesting given how common stars are. Where's the lockbox? Yeah, that it was artifacts from the old world. It wasn't Orindian, so it's pre-Orindia. So that's fun. Crafted in one of the ancient realms. But he uses a rock to break open the box. So I think the box that's in the shrine, you might use the hammer to open? I was thinking you needed a key. Also, the library does have blank books. 2 in the corner. I don't think there's a way to, like, do anything with them. I could try... Well, I don't really have a way to re-roll. I was thinking I could try to, like, draft a water-related thing next to it, but, I don't know how likely that would be. Like, if I got the pool, maybe, but I don't know how, helpful that would be. Hi, look, stars and berry. Well, that's it for this one. The secret passage has a lot of white books, but nothing that seems particularly blank. Nothing seems to be really standing out to me. Kind of wondering. It would be funny if I noticed this beforehand, but I just noticed that, or not just noticed, but when I was looking through my notes doing the numeric core cipher, I noticed that the leftmost letters spell sacred. I feel like I noticed that earlier in my playthrough, but I didn't remember. I know I was also looking through my Blue Tent notes, and I saw that the planetarium, or I think the planetarium was the one that had, like, the largest planet is named after the paragon of ash, and it mentions ashen like sands of the shore. Uh, yeah, I don't know if that means anything in particular. This is a pre-record within a pre-record. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me look at this poem again. So, if I remember correctly, the Epsons were from Araja, and I think they had the swan from the family crest. So southward is the swan, eastward is the crow, which is black, like Arindia or Arinda Aries, whatever it's called. Fucking it mentions rogue like the rogue like the moon of the north. Though I don't think that specifically refers to Arch Aries, but I just thought that was a little interesting comparison. All right, back to the real one. This is a pre-record within a pre-record, motherfucker. Look at this. I was looking through some of my pre-records before I took another break, and this was. Here, I'll just go back to here. It means I don't have the scepter anymore, but I know that you can get it in the regular treasure trove without having to put it into the outer room, so that's fine. Use the secret passage. Please roll the die or die. This book? This was not there. This was not there. I just did a run where I was going through and I found library. The blank books did not do anything. I found secret passage, and this book right here was not in the secret passage. So I think I have to monk that shit, and this has got to be the blank book, right? Because in this pre-record, I think I tried clicking on it, and it doesn't do anything. Yes. Yes. But I still have to do Stillwater. There's like one idea is the watering can. There is the I don't know if the pump room would help, cuz like I could try to fill up like maybe the still is referring to like a distillery, but that's in the trading post. So I was like, maybe the fountain, but that seems like flowing water. Maybe the aquarium? I don't know if the aquarium would do anything with that. I don't know. Okay. I monked the secret passage. I have a watering can in my inventory. I hope this works because I haven't found the pool today. I guess I have classroom open there. I have 2 dice, so it's not the end of the world if I don't do this. Damn it. What have I done wrong? Still water. Still water. Still water. I guess. Oh, wait, I have dining room. I should eat that now. I guess there is that. Hold on. So I'm still fruitless on the Stillwater plan. I tried going to the lab where there are like stills of like the more chemical chemistry type, and that was not fruitful at all. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I can try this. Bonk. What is this, Pazuzu? Oh shit, I have 13 steps now. Curse mode is now unlocked. Also, I'm cursed. Time you draft a bedroom, lose a step. Hallway, lose a key. Each time you draft a green room, lose a gem. Oh. Am I cursed permanently? Is that like part of my save file now? Yeah, I tried to... I was like... So, the other thing was that I messed up because I didn't keep any gems with me when I went to draft my secret passage in the thing. I'm still fairly certain that's what I'm supposed to do. Now the problem, though, is that I have 2 more days of Monk, which I realized when I first thought it, that it sounds like the Renegades of Funk. 2 more days of Monk. We have 2 more days of Monk, you know. So I really hope I can manage to receive the, what's it called? This. Back the watering can again, because I feel like that has something to do with it, but I can't manage anything yet with it, so let's see. Watering can. Really quick, I need to check something. How many steps did I have before I got cursed? Oh, I had 51? Okay, so I thought it was like halving my steps. No, it just sets it to 13. Oh, baby. So, found the still in the trading post, and I filled it up with water here, which I didn't know you could do. The problem is this is the trading post, which means I can't also put the secret passage here. However, I do have Monk again. It turns out when you grab the Pazuzu figure, it replaces your blessing with the curse. So now I just have to go back to coat check, and then I have the secret passage right here. And I'm hoping that coat checking the watering can with the water from the still, because it is still water. This is a double entendre, as Herbert Sinclair loves. Though, this isn't Herbert, this is, Clara Epson, isn't it? Because she's the one who left the note, right? The family, or the note that was in the family core vault, right? Part of why I had tried the secret passage in the side room at first was because of the image at the back of Lady Epson's, her ladyship's journal. Wait, no, is that Lady Clara Epson? I think her ladyship is Lady Epson, right? Either way, I guess her ladyship's journal, which had the image of the side room, and I was like, okay, maybe there's a way to connect that to other stuff. It's all good. So now, I just have to get the coat check, and hopefully from that point on, I can check out the watering can, getting the coat check, the watering can, and now, well, or save or whatever you want to call it, gets put, is like guaranteed to draw from the side room, from the first draw. It better be, because I'd rather not have to fuck myself over. Here we go. Okay. Alright, let's blank these books, bucko. You motherfucker. Oh no. No! Oh no, it's that fucking door again! Ugh! Oh my fucking god, okay. I'm pretty sure that door opens when you take the throne. So now I have to figure that out. And now I'm concerned because I still don't know if you need the shield. I have the scepter, and I know that there is the what do you call it? The true crown of the blue prince or whatever. The blue crown. I know about those things. That's the easy part. But numerous times. Oh, hey, there's the. Oh, I don't want to. I don't have any. Who's in my what's? I spilled water on it. A hidden hue. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene. 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. Oh my god. Tended Rosevine. That looks like the Spiral constellation. My dearest darling son, I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far. Yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose-wary. Rose-wary? Rose-wary. For the thorns I've discovered are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. One final counsel I leave you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. So many plans, but not enough dreams. The West Spring. Well, there's the westwardly winds and the thing. I think the safe house was to the west, but okay, so my first thought for this was that the 3 lines of light could be like the 3 boiler room paths. I was wondering if you have to find a way to like separate them and then have them converge, but that's not important. There's 2 things now that I wanted to note out. First off, so we have Tended Rosevine. That's not it. Do I have a picture of Tended Rosevine? Oh yeah. So apparently on the back of the secret passage bookcase there are letters. Shit, I just closed out my entire screenshot folder. Hold up. Let me reopen that. There was also a staff announcement that mentioned the letters on the back of the cloister statue, which would have been helpful before I went back to check it again. Also, let me double check this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Clara Epson. So yeah, Tended Rosevine, I mentioned looks like the Spiral of Stars. Let me see. I hope I have a picture of this. Because I know I briefly talked about it. It's probably going to be a way back, because it would be near, I think, when I first found Her Ladyship's bedroom. Not there, though. I could have sworn I had a... Yeah, Does It Never End. These are acronyms. Does It Never End, intended... Or not acronyms, anagrams. Fuck. Does It Never End, intended Rosevine are anagrams. But also, denoted in verse is also an anagram. But also, it's another spiral. And then just stopping right there. So that's cool. So there's 3 spirals going different directions, and they're all anagrams of each other. Now here's the other thing. Fuck, I did it again. I hope I have pictures of each history slide. Otherwise, I'll just have to look up an image of it because I don't feel like going through grade school again. But I did get a hint for the Reclaim the Crown. And the hint I got was to look at the history class again. There's geography. I know I've like referred to this slideshow multiple times. You would think I would have screenshots of it eventually. I'm starting to think I don't. All the pages. So was this one? Yeah. There's geography again. Map of Fen Ares, Realm Rune. Damn it, okay. Shit, hold on, I was muted? Okay, so, let me go back again. I don't know when I muted this. I don't know if this thing I said about the spirals was audible or not. I thought I unmuted myself. If not, I can go back to it. But, so, yeah, history class. The hint I got was to look at history class for the Reclaim the Crown. Looking up the slideshow, you know, because I don't want to go through grade school again just to explain this, is that the guy has the crown, the scepter, and then he's holding this gray thing in his hand, and I think that's Pazuzu. So I think I don't need the shield, and I instead need Pazuzu. Okay. All that out of the way. If the spiral thing I mentioned wasn't audible on stream, then I can go back to that later. That's less important. But I'm gonna do a run of blueprints, aka Poo Rinse. And I think I can ascend the crown, or reclaim the crown. I don't know what it's called, apparently. So I need to get to the study, room 46. I need the scepter, which is from the treasure trove. And finally, I need the shrine in the outer room. And I need a hammer, because I learned that you do need to break open the lockbox. Also, when I was looking into the lockbox, I noted that there is a line in the Curse of Blackbridge story about how, like, the gray figure inside the lockbox gets stained with red from blood. And if that ain't just another metaphor representing the story of blueprints as the black/gray realm Orindia was overthrown by the red king or whatever, the red one. Yeah. Okay, I want to get a reroll of some sort. Like the boudoir, that works. Before going to the outer room. Ideally, observatory would be good just to slam down the inkwell. Because that would also be nice for trying to force the Treasure trove. Do I have any items? No, okay. I have key card because I must have ended the previous day in the break room. Oh, I could have gotten an extra item from the hallway closet. Oh well, I'll take the steps. Okay, 3 dice is good. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the commissary. If this just gives me... I see shovel and sledgehammer, so that's good. Comp ass. Next step is to try to get the... Well, I guess other than observatory, getting an early dining room would be really nice to help me reach the throne room from wherever I end up. I was kind of hoping to get it, like, adjacent to here, maybe. I don't want to use too much. I'll do one more die roll. I can try to force the kitchen off of this. That's not the kitchen. You cock. Alright, well, there goes my dice. And my gems, for that matter. And my mannered charms. Let's do this. What do we got? 1/3 of 20 is roughly 6 point something? 6.9? Or 6.6? Rounded up would be 7. What? Is this half of 14, but then it's got a diamond? Unless it's half of 41. Which would be like 20.2 or something. I don't know. 20.5. Rounded to the nearest 10 would be 20, and then flipped would be 2? I hate math. Let me try 3? I'm assuming it's gotta be 41 inverted and then halved, right? And then rounded to the nearest 10, you would think would be 20. And then inverted again. Be 2, but... Oop, shit. My bad. Unless the diamond operation means something different, but I don't know what it could mean. I could just try numbers. I know it's gonna have some sort of flipped operation. Is this 7 again? No. Just gonna try shit. I don't think they really prevent you from brute forcing. I don't think it's related to squaring. So, like, I don't think it's 70? I do not understand. Whoop. I tried. pretty sure I've tried every number below 10. Did I try 20 yet? I don't know why it would be 20. Okay, it's not. I mean, my mind immediately went to 2, but that wasn't it. I mean, it would be a number below that because it's rounded to the nearest 10 and then flipped, right? Huh? Hold on. Oh, wait. No, was that? That wasn't rounded to the nearest 100th, was it? What was it? 10. Unless it was... I don't know what that was. Strange diamond operation. Oh, I see. I think I need the den. This is not much better. I don't have running shoes, so I do need to be wary of that. There's treasure trove. Let's go ahead and mark this as blue. Get a shit ton of money. This is really not helpful. I mean, I don't really need the utility room. I kind of just drafted it to have it. Hold on, let me turn up the music a little bit. Oh, it's actually up a pretty decent amount. Okay. Oh, hey. Orang. Fuck. This will give me gems, though. God, the Ruminate painting is a little freaky. All the pins stuck into the 8. I don't know. Okay, cool. Just making sure I had a dig spot. There's dining room. I think that's a good distance. So from that, it is... Let me think. 1 to get outside. 2 to get back to the front. Should be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also, enjoy a lunch. I think that means the god or goddess or what have you with the food, the chef one, is Joya. Which, I don't know if I have a note in my notebook for the names of the gods. But this is something I'm aware is a puzzle, is the original order of the gods. I believe... So, I know Rinna is the gardener. Joya is the chef. Arinda is the scepter and all that. The royal. Draxus, I don't remember if he has a statue in the crypt that's part of the puzzle or not. I don't remember if he was like in the chapel, stained glass, and all of those. So my next goal, other than increasing my security level, is to get the observatory, and then to get a bunch of gems. Because I need, like, what, 3 gems? 5 gems for the throne room? I have shovel and hammer. So if I get the experiment for trunks, I'll be good. Small chest, I think that's good. I think tomorrow room's okay. It's between key gem or die or small chest. I guess key gem or die is fine enough. Because small chest might just give me, like, coins or something. Or car key, which I don't need. Boo, car key. Oh, never mind, parlor's good. As long as I can do this puzzle. I don't like this. I saw a colored word on one of these. The letter B appears twice on the box that contains gems. All statements that contain more than one B are true. The blue box contains gems. So, right away, does this have 2 Bs? It does. So if that were true, that would be true. And that also would be true, which isn't work. So if that's false, could it be all statements that contain more than one B are false? Which wouldn't work. Oh wait, this has more than one B. Well, you're true. Maybe that just means statements that contain more than one B aren't necessarily true? But those would both be false? Unless the B being inside a thing doesn't apply. Oh, let's see. This is really important for this run. Does it contain more than one B? So, if this is true, and having the blue doesn't apply, then this would be true and this would be false. That's only if the B inside the, like, apostrophes, the blue B does not count towards the others. Because it is a different color, but I don't know if that matters. The letter B appears twice in the box that contains gems. If that's false, then one of these could be false and the other could be true. I guess that means this could be true and this could be false. But then it would mean they're in the black? I think that makes more sense, personally. Oh my god, I'm so good at the video game. Okay. Glad that worked. So, I would like this library to help me. Damn. One off of the trophy room. Oh, wait a minute. Garage is actually kind of goated here. I don't have car keys, but I can run back to the utility room, route power to the garage, and then use that as a means of getting to the dining room even quicker. Okay. Still don't have throne room yet. How many of these do I have? I have workshop. Yeah. It's not particularly great, but the others aren't good either. These are all great pickups, but I think I'm just doing the storeroom for the free gems. So I'm hoping that I can use the classroom and the room connected to it as my throne room. Which would mean I just need to get to 46 now. Which is, of course, still easier said than done, but... See, I don't have secret garden key. Let's try this door first. Because I have a redraw. Not great, I will say. But I do get a lot of freebies from this. Prism key is good because that takes that out of the music room pool. More dice now to help force the throne room. I'm already doing an appointment. I might as well re-roll. Yeah, let's go and do this. Sure. I'll probably end up getting gems here anyways. I went even on it. I kind of wish the running shoes saved steps in the gymnasium. I feel like that would make sense. But it doesn't necessarily do that. Okay. I'm gonna do this one first. I still haven't gotten observatory. What the hell? There it is. Jesus. Nope. Not clicking that one. Okay, I finally have Inkwell. Let me go to the directory here. It costs 5 gems. That's so many. Oh my god. Gets me to 4. This is not looking great. I'll say that much. See, I can... I don't know if code checking is worthwhile or not. I feel like keeping the watering can on the code check is still good. Okay. So... I think weight room is still good here. That should open the door directly in front of me, right? Yeah. Okay, so here's my room 46 access. I can do that, and then I can go down here. If I still assume throne room there, that means I have the observatory and... well, the space right above the observatory, rather. I need one more gem. This is not helpful. What do I actually need from this? Definitely not attic. I'm just gonna cash out. If I don't cash out, I'm gonna crash out. Courtyard, perfect. And then I just need, like, kitchen or something with a few more steps to help me get to where I need to be and finish setting up. Oh, and I have rook for this side. I heard a club sandwich. I'm not even in the club. Can't believe I got away with that. Okay, and then one more room just for funsies. I could freeze my accounts. I don't think there's anything else I need. I'm putting the throne room there. I have enough gems to buy it. I guess I'll do this just in case I need more than 5 gems, but I don't think I do. I can access the crown. I can access... well, I have the scepter. I have plenty of ways to re-roll for both the shrine and the throne room. I'm fairly certain I have everything I need. And I have a very good route to reach Pazuzu. Or, what's it called? The throne room after getting Pazuzu. You know what I mean. Okay. Perfect. I could have done this earlier. I don't think I need to. Also, I showed all the realm solutions on stream, right? I feel like in my last catch-up section stream, I streamed myself finishing all the realms. Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to open the 8 realms in 8 months or whatever. I hope none of the music gets claimed. There was something in one of the earlier parts, I think it was the ending cutscene, got VOD muted. Unfortunately. Okay. So the next question is, I guess I do have to go back up. Back to the... do I need to do the garage thing? I mean, I should have enough steps, right? Just there versus... I mean, maybe it's better to do that just to be safe. I have plenty of steps in the bank. I have enough time to go back there. Alright. We skip this thing. Yeah. I forget, was that the dove coat gets you that? I don't remember what actually the bird, like, expands from. Okay. Garage. Turn off the gym. It's a big turn off for gym. Okay. Just sort of double checking my math and doubling back on all the rooms I have. Okay, I have plenty of gems from those chests. Puppies. Should be a little quick zigzag over here, the Grand Vizier style. So now I can do this. 7. Oh, I'm actually kind of worried now. Hold on. 5, 4, 3. I don't remember if getting cursed removes absolutely everything. Get out of my way. Okay. So I want to re-roll the classroom while I can, just to be safe. Okay. Do not need a prism key. I don't even think it would work. So it begins. I really hope the throne room can be drafted here. I don't think it's, like, wing-locked. I mean, the closed exhibit can be drafted there, and that's one that has a whole back door to it, so... I'm pretty sure I dropped the rarity of this. I know, like, I have the scepter, which is making blue rooms more common. There it is. Okay. Let me eat this apple. Okay. I somehow managed to stay above 50 stars through all that, by the way. That's something I was worried about, was having to grind stars up if I failed. But I got there. Can't say I didn't get there. Alright, come on, Pazuzu. It's just you and me, Yugi. Perfect. Alright, let's do this. Let me open it. Okay. Considering I have drafted as much of my house as possible, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to actually lose anything at this point. It's just the steps from picking up Pazuzu. I gotta tell you, my heart is beating right now. No, you don't need to go up the stairs. That doesn't actually take away steps, but still. Eat chicken. Quail? Oh, it's trophy room, which I do have, so... even if I was at one step, I would have more than plenty. Banana. You're a banana. Holy fuck! Oh my god! It was Pazuzu the whole time! Bonnie. I solved the big ass puzzle.
Steady is the scepter.
Oh shit. Oh! That. Oh my god! Okay, yeah.
Deadly is the stone.
Oh, that's Jesper. That's the berry picker. Oh my god.
Heavy is the crown.
It's canon.
Ready is the throne.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit, I can't believe it. Man. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, hey, there's the Mount Holly variation my grandmother sent us. When you press a blue tile, it copies the ability of the middle tile. Of the middle tile? What? So how do I do this then? Oh, that's the go down juice. Just like that. Holy shit, I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that actually worked. I can't believe it. Jesus Christ. Okay. I've got some time before dinner. I can do another run. Let's call it a day here. Okay. Whoa. I wanted to say that, so, okay. The miners in one of the, like, mining logs noted, like, we had to stop doing this because of what we found. And I thought they were just referring to the ruins, but no, they were also referring to the chest. Which also confirms that this is the tunnels that they were in, or the cave that they were in of Blackbridge. Wow. I don't know if I need gems to do that, so let's hope this works. And yeah, actually showing like Jesper from the story, the thing that was supposedly a myth. I also need to double check who wrote Curse of Blackbridge and if that is a Hujima what's it. Let's see. So if that was false, then neither of those would be true. So that has to be true. Now if that was true, it can't be. So that's false. Two statements are true. This is true. This has gems. Easy. I'm hoping now that the in a row means a connected line and not a straight line. Because, like... Yeah. I mean, you could maybe do that from one of the sides, but... We'll see. Bro, it's not in there, you bitch. Okay. Let's just tool shed it. Shed my pants. I guess the throne of the blueprints can't appear in the side room. Oh, wait, I'm cursed. That's right. That's right. Wait, that means I'm still in curse mode. Do I even feel like continuing this run, or do I want to just wait out the curse? Luckily, opening a blue door doesn't... A blue room doesn't do anything for curse mode. It's only other colors of rooms, which I guess is fitting. I think green removes... I don't remember what green does. It might remove gems, which I'd rather not do. Oh, unless in a row means, like, in succession, I would be inclined to believe it means in a connected line, not necessarily straight. But we'll only know for sure if I actually find it. I think I need to double check the gardener's logbook to try to find the names of the other gods, by the way. I feel like they were listed somewhere. Maybe it was in one of the library books? I don't know. I have that, though. No car key. I mean, how much do I care about this? I mean, I already have a lot of, blue rooms. I also don't know if I'm required to have the throne room in order to unlock the... Well, actually, if it was just from that point on, then wouldn't I have already unlocked the blue doors? But I don't think I've received any, because, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Well, I guess maybe not. I'm just gonna call it a day in the break room and then go to the next day and not be cursed. I think that would definitely ease my mind a little. And if anything, it might be good to, from there, try to get Shrine from Monk and then try to Monk in the throne room on a later day. But that seems like just kicking the can down the road. I'd like to try to get this 8 in a row later, or rather, sooner than later, if you will. Okay. Still don't know what making a wish on the wishing well does. All I can guess is it saves money at the bottom of the well for, like, the next time you drain it, it's there. Or I guess it's there after you drain it. I don't know. Well, there's the shrine. I can go ahead and jam the monk, which I want to say was 50? I don't remember if it was 40, 45, or 50. I think it's 50. I think 50 is Monkular. That was Dancer? Damn, sir. That's not particularly helpful. I gotta close my door again. Okay. Well, maybe that'll be fine. I keep forgetting I shattered those vases. Sure. So this is boudoir? I didn't catch if that gave me anything. Okay, so it begins. Go and do a classroom. So again, I'm going off the belief that it means in a connected line from, you know, one to the next. If it means that they also have to be in succession, then I should plan accordingly. As much as I can, really. Okay, let's get this, though. Box is exactly one true station. Fla-ba-ba-da-ba-da. So, if these are both true, then that would have to be true, which means this would have to have one true statement, which means they would be wrong. So at least one of these is false. If it was true and false, it's at least exactly. Then that would be true and false. So that doesn't work either. So I think both of these are false. So they're not in the blue box. The blue box does not have one true statement. It could have 0 or 2. That's true. Which means the other one would have to be true to fit. Which means this has exactly 1. Which would be... No? Hold on. This can't have 2 true statements. Oh, wait, no. Wait, hold on. That doesn't work if it's double false, because that would mean this has 0 or 2 true. If these were both false, they can't be. So they'd have to both be true. And then this would have to have 1 true statement, which is impossible. So this does either only have 1 true or 2 true? If it was 1 true, the gems are in the blue box. Box is exactly 1 true. Be false and false? This would be double true? Yeah, so I think they are in the blue box. Oh, thank God. It's always a huge relief when I see the gems. I'm like, okay, I don't have to fret over this. My logic was successful and there wasn't some weird corner case scenario that I misunderstood. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 2 more from here. I am choosing to re-roll. Okay, so we got this. This leads to library. Hypothetically, this is the 8th in a row for both accounts. Okay. Note how it didn't say anything about the number of... about the doors opening. Not the number, just the doors opening. So, that means either I need to have the throne first, or I need to do it in a straight line, double, or some combination of those. Because I did it sequentially, and I did it in a connected group. That being said, I don't really have a great area to do so. I mean, there are, like, 42 to 43-ish blue rooms in the room directory. So I can try to get it up through this, like, vertical column. I still have enough to do so, even counting dead ends, I believe. Oh, I didn't pick up the lunchbox. Otherwise, my only other plan is to spam the call it a day button until I run out of the dancer, and then try to get the monk, and then monk a throne room in so that I can guarantee to get it before time runs out. It's fine. Can even use the scepter now to get blue. I wish you could, like, hold click and just pick up everything here. They make you press it each time. The true treasure of the treasure trove is Carpal Tunnel. You're welcome. Clan Rumpus Room. I mean, it's blue? Sometimes the prince is just blue, you know? I am pretty low on gems now. Let's just, oh, I didn't realize that I was all the way on the left side now. And again, the prism key doesn't work on blue rooms, because blue is not a creative color or something. Do I redraw? Break room is something I wanted, so that I could hopefully get something good. 17 minus 15, 2 times 10 is 20. Ew. I don't remember what 2 dots was. Was that double? So it'd be 44 divided by 10 divided by 16. No, it's got to be squared, right? So 400 divided by... Oh, wait, no. Wait, hold on. If it's double, it would be 44 squared. It's not half. Is it inverted? So it'd be 36 divided by 10 divided... No. Oh, wait, 4 doesn't count. That's it. I see. So, let's think. So we're dividing it by 10. and 16. So it has to be something divisible by 160, or it might end up with a fraction, but probably not. Does that mean it's like 400? Wait, yeah, wait. This is 400 squared, right? 16,000 or something? $160,000? 16,000? That no. Well, if it is 40, and it becomes 160 divided by 10 is 16, divided by 1 is that. That doesn't quite work. I'm just gonna press 3. Okay. I'm just gonna press 6. I'm just gonna press 20. I'm just gonna press 12. And press 9. I'm just gonna press 16. You know what? I'm just gonna press 14. It was 5. So it was 4 times... Oh wait, no, it was 8 times a half. So going backwards, that would be 8 times 10 times 160. What is that? Or 8 times 10 times 16. 1280 divided by 20 would be 64. Unless it was... How do you do square root on the... Oh wait, that's how. Ew. No? Okay, I don't know what the math is. Doesn't make sense to me. This is blue. This is true. This is me. This is you. This 2 is blue. Pet the puppy. I need to pet the puppy in real life. Okay. Nopes. Yesps. Okay, so hypothetically, as long as I can put a blue room right here, this would be a straight line of blue. You know what? Let's try Dovecote. Why not? That was for completing this. For getting to that rank. Okay, I went the wrong way. So, should I just, like, go there? I'm just gonna go to the tunnel. And if the door's locked, then I'm gonna try to get it all set up off-screen. Or off-stream. Which I guess is off-screen as well, but it's neither here nor there. Because it is getting pretty late. I'm getting pretty thirsty, and I also need to pet my dog. It's very important. It is a must-do. Okay. The only other possibility that isn't related to drafting the throne room first is if the in a row means they have to be not only in a straight line, but with their doors in a straight line. The other possibility is if the antechamber and the entranceway don't count. Fuck, I forgot I need the computer keys. Surely I can just leave those in there. I don't think I need to get behind there anymore, right? Great. What all else is there? Just in a row. Is it like temporally in a row? Spatially in a row? Yeah. Too many possibilities. Too much Campbell's. But I sure do hope this door is open, because otherwise my little monk mishap is going to be a bit of an oopsie poopsie. I'm trying to think if the dancer has a equivalent, because the berry picker is one that I'm well acquainted with. Actually, I mean, I guess the monk doesn't really have an equivalent. I don't know. I might have to look back at the like world maps and their various accompaniments to see if there was any sort of representation of the other gods. Nope. Nada. Alright, so I think that means that's gonna be it for me for today. But, hey, got the thing! Did the crown! Big news, big moves. Big moves, big news. Now to figure out what the next step is. But for now, I will see you later. Have a good one. I didn't even get to talk about, like, Pokopia, or recent other stuff, or the Pokemon Pinball Table, but I don't have time. I have to pet my dog. Alright, goodbye.